is up, you guys? Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. If you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Jonathan Deputy, and I homestead here in Middle Georgia, Zone 8B. But before I say anything, I want to thank each and every single one of you for 100 subscribers. It really means the world to me that you are all here, and I just love and appreciate each and every single one of you. And that's a fact. Now, I have been uploading vertical content, on YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, but I have not been able to sit down and film in this format for about a little over a month. That is because we have had an insanely crazy busy summer this year that really just seemed to kind of get away from us. We had a relative pass away in mid-December, and because it was so close to Christmas when it happened, it was like 2 weeks before Christmas, we decided to, just because of how things went, we ended up postponing a lot of stuff and then dealing with it then in the new year. So we didn't end up tackling clearing out the house until January of 2023. And that was a huge project in and of itself. To clear out the house was just a massive, massive undertaking. It's a lot of stuff, it's a lot. The house ended up sitting for roughly about 3 months. We didn't come back to it until about the beginning of May. And what we did personally during our time up until May was we worked on our chicken coop. So we got our chicken coop built, we raised our chicks until they were old enough to go outside in the coop. That was something we had talked about too, is we knew we really couldn't go over there and work on it while we had chicks, but we didn't want to get our chicks until after the coop was done. So there was kind of a lot of that kind of stuff going on in the works, and that's why we didn't start working on the house right away, first thing in the spring. Starting working on the house, I believe, in May. And we've been working on the house ever since then. So we really took May, June, July, August, September. We're in September now. And right now is actually been, so earlier this month was kind of the big push to finish the final things like painting the garage ceiling, ripping up the last bit of carpet, running a dumpster, getting rid of all the junk from the actual flipping process. Tomorrow, so today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday and Thursday. And we're actually going to get the carpet is supposed to go in to just a Wednesday, Thursday. So the carpet's going to go in, and it's kind of like a 2-day period. And what we're going to work on after that is we just have some grout to throw in around a toilet, and we have some thresholds to throw down, and then making sure there's no touch-up that needs to be done, taking all that stuff home, being done, making sure there's nothing left in the house that doesn't belong. So pretty much all of the little detail stuff shouldn't take more than a couple of hours to take care of and should be, done very quickly. And so the house can be, is ready to be listed as soon as next week. But that ball is not in our court. That is up to my dad and his siblings to take care of, not us. So it will happen when it happens. The only thing that we need to make sure that we're doing is going over every other day or every 2 days, making sure that the grass seed is getting watered and the plants and the landscaping are getting watered. Now, I don't plan on flipping a house anytime soon, but if I ever wanted to, had to, or needed to, I know that I could, and having that information in my back pocket of kind of knowing what to do a little bit more is very, very beneficial, very helpful. And it also kind of gives you a good idea on honestly, things you like in a house, things you don't like in a house, and just to kind of keep out, things that date a house, that you wouldn't normally really think of, but you just see it and you're like, oh yeah, that just makes the house look dated, or, something like that. And so it definitely wasn't a terrible experience, and I know I learned a lot doing it, and I definitely feel like I got more comfortable using power tools and stuff. Now, as you can see, a lot of things suffered because we were not home, and that would be mainly the garden. And while obviously no, it was not in the plan to lose all the corn or our black-eyed peas or to have the garden completely overrun with weeds at this time of year when you're trying to get the fall garden in, you just accept it and you go with the flow because it is what it is and you can't control it and you can't change it. And you just have to work with it, and instead of trying to work against it. You can wish and wish it didn't happen, but wishing it didn't happen isn't outside pulling weeds. So you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Do it! Just do it!
And I would also say that there hasn't been a moment that I regretted getting our girls, because that has brought us so much joy. And honestly, I was telling my mom and my brother this. I was saying that I really feel like if we didn't have our chickens this year and we had just, had the garden and that was it, I definitely would have been a lot more disappointed over how things had gone. But I'm really glad we had them because they've, like I said, they've brought us so much joy with their personality and their chatter and their eggs and their spunky personalities. And they have just been, honestly, they've been a lot of fun. And I'm really glad that we jumped in and we went ahead and got our chickens this year. So that is kind of a life update and everything that has transpired in this summer that has absolutely flown by insanely quickly. I do still have a chicken coop video in the works. I really do. I have the footage. It's just kind of a matter of getting it together, and hopefully I will have time now to be able to pull that together. So fingers crossed, we'll see. But I appreciate each and every one of you for being here and for sticking around. If you liked this video, please let me know by giving a big thumbs up. Feel free to click that big red subscribe button if you want to stick around. And if you never want to miss a brand new upload, all you got to do is click that bell icon. I hope each and every single one of you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And hopefully I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.